You can bring the moon down on Earth, and I will still despise you. The words of the great Joe Biden.
No, don't click out. I'm not going to do that the whole time. Tesla is comparable to Marvel, so even if you do despise it, you gotta admire its efforts. It's come a long way in only a few years. Elon Musk does kind of remind me of Thanos, the fine, I'll do it myself guy, And he basically says that every time he spots a problem. Thank goodness his mission isn't to, balance the cosmos. We'd be in a lot of trouble if Tesla was 50% of all Tesla users will have the battery explode. Oh, man. His goal is to take humanity to places that we have never imagined before, both in space and on the ground. It's safe to say he's doing a pretty darn good job of it, too. He aspires to supply the world with a long-term energy source, but the President of America, Joe Biden, has a different take on Elon Musk, and I do not mean that in a good way. So there have been a couple of occasions by now where we've all seen that the relationship between Biden and, the government and Elon Musk isn't the best. And Twitter witnessed these events firsthand, and recently it kind of became a hellhole. More of a hellhole. Elon Musk is one of the most prominent entrepreneurs in the world. He founded and currently leads Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, The Boring Company. And as the founder and CEO of Tesla, Elon leads product design, engineering, and global production of the country's electric vehicles, and their battery products, and their solar energy products. Yeah, the electric vehicle sector is absolutely being led by Tesla, and if you somehow talk about electric vehicles without mentioning Tesla or Elon Musk, enthusiasts are gonna get a little salty. This company gave electric cars the recognition that they properly deserved. Before Musk's entrance, EVs were just a fraction of the automobile industry, but this man came along and brought EVs into the mainstream. It isn't like a stretch to claim that Tesla is to blame for the rise of electric vehicles. If you're a new business, you're probably going to be compared to Tesla. New businesses strive to meet or exceed the standards set by Tesla. They're also attempting to follow in the Tesla's footsteps, the Tesla. They produce most of the components in-house and release high-end vehicles first. These are the strategies that they picked up from Tesla. You know that your company is the best when your car receives 1 million pre-orders despite repeated thousands of delays. We all know that the Cybertruck has been delayed for years and remains one of the most eagerly anticipated vehicles, and it doesn't even appear to be that exceptional. Nonetheless, people are enthralled by it. Tesla also has a fierce rival in the battery business, too. The new 4680 battery has the potential to revolutionize the industry completely. On the other hand, SpaceX is a firm dedicated to making space travel more affordable and safer for everybody. They're also far ahead of the competition now that they have a new spacecraft. It's the only corporation NASA trusts to send astronauts to the International Space Station. And it makes no sense for the president to despise an American firm that is doing extraordinarily well and producing limitless employment numbers for the country. This guy accomplished what seems to be impossible. He built a less expensive rocket than everybody else and donated it to NASA. And now when gas prices are taken into account, electric cars are way less expensive than ordinary gas cars. Then he created a network that allows you to charge this device wherever you go, which, again, was impossible. A man who's attempting to alter the American way of life. Then, when the country's leader despises you, that kind of yields disappointment. Maybe Biden doesn't lack change, maybe he's an old fart, but that's not really the case. So why? In October of 2021, it all began. Several auto CEOs were invited to the White House to discuss increasing the country's electric vehicle output. Officials from Ford, GM, and Stellantis were all in attendance. Tesla was not given an invitation, which, as a leading electric vehicle manufacturer, that is just surprising. Tesla's the largest one. Therefore, it sounds ridiculous. And it's possible because Tesla's production workers aren't unionized. And if you know Biden, he's a strong supporter of labor unions. Perhaps this is why he didn't think it necessary to invite Tesla to this meeting. Politics for the love of God and all that is holy in this unholy world. Why politics? Why? After such an incident, Elon Musk felt the same as pretty much any human being would feel. He felt hurt. He wasn't invited to cool Biden's cool birthday party. In an interview with Kara Swisher, Elon Musk went ahead and told her that the Biden administration is not so friendly, and union plays a significant role in the administration. After listening to this comment, Cindy Estrada, the vice president of the Auto Worker Union, tweeted against Elon. She said, "He needs to stop whining and just admit that workers should not punch out democracy when they punch into work. Good leaders aren't afraid of smart workers, they embrace them." I've got nothing against this lady. Still, she was the prime target of FBI investigation for inter-union corruption back in 2017. I'm not saying anything, don't worry about it. You guys are brilliant on your own, after all, and she's astute while using the money of people she should be helping. You cannot match me, you cannot catch me. Yeah, never mind. Who knows what I'm talking about? I don't. The water started flowing over the head when President Biden said the most obvious thing on February 8th, and it was big news for one of the new American companies. Speaking about another unpopular approach to domestic production, Biden called Tesla the largest manufacturer of electric vehicles in our country. This is undeniably true. Nobody disputes it. But so far, Biden is striving to produce electric cars without admitting that Tesla already produces nearly 1 million of them a year. Nope. Instead, Biden pretended that General Motors and Ford were at the forefront of electrification. The company that started it all has no mention in it. It's like teaching gravity without mentioning Newton. And someone will only do this when they've got personal grudges against that Newton character. Now, if you're not following, then Elon Musk is Newton in this case. But wait, no, he mentioned Tesla, right? On February 8th, Biden agreed, giving the name Tesla, but only once. And his talk about Tesla comes after he praised famous companies like GM and Ford that are developing new electric car manufacturers. This shows a significant lack of respect by the president. Well, I would have let it all slide. He would have been totally chill with me if this was the only incident. Unfortunately, it's not. Another issue occurred with the National Transportation Security Board, in which the chairman expressed her dissatisfaction with Elon Musk because he had yet to respond to their letter. Now, this letter was sent in response to an occurrence that occurred in 2017. A Tesla car that was on autopilot collided with a trailer on the highway, and in this event, Tesla was traveling at 7 miles per hour. And it was entirely due to the trailer's fault. On the other hand, Tesla was unable to notice the trailer and collided with it. Following that, the board sends a letter to every firm that creates automated vehicles, instructing them to not allow their products to be utilized in ways that are not consistent with their design. They can't merely issue new standards and trust that manufacturers are going to obey them. The chairperson stated in the letter that the other 5 automakers answered within the 90-day limit by the safety board. Elon Musk, on the other hand, never replied to that letter. That wasn't something that he had to do, but it was something that he was expected to do. But because they never received a response, their resentment of Elon Musk just grew. And then there's the incident with the Dragon capsule. In my personal opinion, I hate how the president reacted to this one. For 3 days, travelers were sent to space in the Dragon capsule. The mission was a success, as the Dragon capsule parachuted down to Earth safely. It was a massive success for Elon Musk and humanity as a whole. It was the first step in the direction of space tourism. The Dragon capsule was launched using a Falcon 9 rocket and reached a height of 585 kilometers. By 160 kilometers, it had passed the International Space Station. Senator Bill Nelson congratulated SpaceX on his trip in a series of tweets. However, there were no tweets from Joe Biden. It was the depressing part. Elon Musk expressed dissatisfaction that Biden never complimented him on a successful test flight that earned $100 million for charity, despite the fact that he personally donated $50 million to St. Jude's Research Hospital. It was a great day for the entire world, but there were no comments from the president himself. Dad didn't come home from my birthday party to tell me I'm a good sport. Yarg. I mean, but come on, couldn't he have at least said something, some words of inspiration, if nothing else for the charitable act? Like a 3-word tweet would have worked. What, Biden, you can't type congratulations to SpaceX, congratulations to St. Jude's for getting SpaceX's money? I mean, it's not that much to ask. Anyways, do you understand why I'm so disappointed with this incident? It's not something that he did, but it was something that he should have done. And it wouldn't be that hard. Maybe he just wasn't on his tweeter that day. Maybe he didn't have his phone nearby him or something, because that makes sense for a president. But when a space achieves such a feat, you probably would expect to be thanked in some way. I mean, most things, if you're a good person, you shouldn't do things with the expectation of being thanked, but it just makes sense. Elon Musk is a man who worked tirelessly to revolutionize the industry, and he's not receiving the recognition that he deserves. My man is being disrespected. Anyways, expect and set a benchmark for other companies when your company is doing very well in every area. The corporation established in the United States is doing so much that it doesn't deserve a pat on the back. It all boils down to one thing. Politics! Yeah, which I believe should not be present in a deal like this. But hey, who cares what I think, you know? Later.